Today I'll be sharing with you a huge new glitch that I just discovered a couple days ago and perfected last night. So right now, on top of all these bonus health cards, I actually have a second full deck. Right now I have a full melee deck, a full health and stamina deck, and all these bonus cards at the end of the act, and you'll see that in action in a second. And I just want to give a shout out to Marcin95, Major Rizza, Samurai 557, and Concept 3D, all who helped with seeing what works and what doesn't work with this glitch. And if you don't already know, liking and commenting on the video can help with the standing. Some people didn't want me to share this with you, but I discovered it and I want to share it with the community, so I am. So I'm gonna get into how this works in a second, but as you can see right here, my max health, you can't see it right there, but my max health right now is 749. You can see the little bit of trauma damage and see how fast I killed a breaker. I have a full melee build, 2 active builds at the moment, and now we'll get into how exactly to do this glitch. So this glitch is very easy to do, but can be a little tricky to understand, so I'm going to try to explain it very concise. So first things first, you don't want to play with randoms because you have to leave the game during the process of the glitch. So if you do that and you play with randoms, they can steal your shit. Second thing is the host of the game cannot benefit from the glitch. Only the other players can. Next we have that only one player in the group 100% of the time can always get their 2 builds. Now all 3 of the players can have 2 builds, but it can get a little funky and sometimes builds get swapped and you'll have 1 active build of somebody else. So if you are all taking a second build, you kind of want to make a group decision while you create your builds, where you're kind of playing like I did with the one that you saw in the video with the 2 melee builds, and we both had health and melee builds, so if we got each other's build, it just didn't make a difference, and we were pretty much indestructible. That was just veteran, but 750 health, full melee deck on top of that, stamina. It's definitely the way to beat Nightmare right now. So whether you just completed any mission or you're starting fresh on any section of any act, the host is not going to pick cards. They're going to wait for the other players to load back into the game. So right here, we've just completed a mission. Now, anybody doing the glitch at this point is going to load into the game. Everybody readies up at this point, even the host, so you can get back to the box screen. Then anybody doing the glitch is going to drop all of their items. After you finish dropping everything that you want to drop, you're going to select leave game. Then you're going to rejoin the game. When you rejoin the game, you're going to select the deck that you didn't select last. So you're going to keep rotating back between your 2 builds or 2 decks. So if you're running a melee and a health build, then you're going to select one time melee. Next time you select, it's going to be health. When you rejoin back in, it's going to be melee. At the end of the mission, while you're dropping items, you can also look at what active cards are currently active before leaving the game. That will tell you what deck you need to select next. So if you have all melee cards and your active cards and you're running a melee and a health build, then you know the next deck that you select has to be the health deck. And that's how you do the glitch. Just a couple of notes. So on a fresh run, the deck that you want to select first is the deck that you want more cards to start with. The deck that you select second, you're going to get slightly less cards the first time that you select this deck. Once you get to selecting this deck again, you're going to get slightly more cards to select than you did than you selected when you selected the previous deck. It's just the first time you do this that you get slightly less cards on your second deck. Other thing is, just to note again, if multiple people do this, it can get a little bit funky, so be prepared for a little Freaky Friday if multiple people do it, but we've been having a blast with it. So have some fun. It definitely is a great way to get at least one really OP build in the game. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope that helps.